His name is Mark Diagonalt. Damn, I thought I knew his name starting to record. Why is this shit all blurry, man? Is that better? He's got an Android! Mark Dagenalt. Dagenalt. I'm gonna, gotta learn this name. I gotta learn this guy's name. Say it the right way. Mark Dagenalt. Man, SGA is MVP, and he showed why. Give OKC the credit you've probably been giving them all year. They earned it tonight. Pacers couldn't get a stop to save our life, man. OKC made containing the Pacers look easy. OKC did good getting Chet involved. They noticed every time Miles wasn't guarding him. Hurry before he gets back. Man, we couldn't get a stop, bro. Bucks, Cavs, and Knicks all had an immortal game versus the Pacers. Everybody the Pacers have played in the playoffs have had an immortal game, have had a great game. OKC just had theirs. Game 2, OKC had an immortal game. It was a really great game by OKC. SGA will look that good, but like you look at Wiggins and Caruso looking so good, they're probably not going to look that good again for the rest of the series. Maybe Caruso, but Aaron Wiggins, 18 points, 5 threes. It's just not. That's unprecedented. That's more unprecedented than Obi Toppin's 5 threes in Game 1. But no, I'm getting a little distracted. OKC had their immortal game. They had a great game. We'll look at the stats here in a second. I see OKC had 3 quarters where they scored more than 30 points. That's too many. Pacers have done a good job holding a team under 30 points per quarter, so we got to get back to that. 3 quarters with over 30 points. We've been doing a good job keeping teams under 30 points a quarter. So if we can get back to that, we're going to be just fine. Yes, sirs. Let's get this over with. I felt like the Pacers was forcing too many threes early. By the time we focused on attacking the rim, it was too late, and we wasn't converting. There was times I felt like we got fouled and there wasn't a call, but that's not me saying that's why we lost. Our bench got significantly outplayed tonight. It was a big factor in my opinion. You know, the Pacers had 41 points in the first half, 66 in the second half. We got to play better defense. We couldn't get a stop. We got to get stops. OKC contained our offense. They got stops. We didn't. OKC Thunder's ball movement was very much better in compared to the first game. It was they had better ball movement than the Pacers did Game 2. I think the Pacers can have better ball movement throughout the series, but tonight we did not. There was one play when Wiggins got his 5th three. You know, SGA MVP was like a fucking poetry musician. I know Jeff Teague says he's boring to watch. I see why. He's very smooth, right? So one of the examples of the OKC's ball movement, I mean, they do this all night. But you think about Wiggins' 5th three, felt like there was a dagger in the game all game. But you could probably say that was probably the closest to being a dagger, in my opinion. I don't know. It's like I said, it was really you could pick a moment of the dagger. OKC dominated the game. But you take Wiggins' 5th three, for example. You got SGA. He goes to the paint. The defense crashes. And then they start ding, 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 ding. That was great. That was a great example of their ball movement. And that was like that for most of the game. If SGA wasn't scoring, if he starts getting double-teamed, he gets to the paint, defense crashes, bang, kicks it out. You know, Dort only had 1 3, but he had 5 in Game 1, right? So that particular play when Wiggins got his 5th three, Aaron Wiggins got his 5th three. But that play in particular, that was just one of many examples of OKC's great ball movement tonight. And when OKC has that kind of ball movement, that is when I'm scared of it. I'm not scared of SGA. We played Giannis. I'm not scared of all-stars who can score 50 points. It's when OKC starts moving that ball around. That's when I'm like, shit, I need SGA to go back to ball hogging. Caruso and Wiggins outscored every Pacer. Caruso and Wiggins outscored every Pacer tonight. That's unprecedented. It won't happen again. Therefore, it's unacceptable. We can't have that, bro. Aaron Wiggins outscored every single fucking Pacer. Ooh, wee. That's unacceptable, man. We gotta lock in. So that's Caruso and Wiggins, man. We're gonna talk about their stats. We're gonna go over their stats. They're not gonna do that in Indiana. That's not gonna happen all series long. But tip to my hat, kudos to OKC. Mark Daigneault. Well, I'm gonna get better at saying his name, but hey, it's not Dragon Ball Z no more, right? All right, let's transition to the next thing. I wrote down the Pacers stats first, but we're gonna go over the Thunder's stats first since they won. Okay, oh, get rid of the cigarettes. Fuck you. It's a free country. I'll do what I want. Chet Holmgren had 28 minutes, so I guess this is a good time to talk about what I got wrong. But we're going to get to that, okay? Let's just stay focused. Chet Holmgren, I started with him because I was talking all that shit. Damn. So I meant to acknowledge this already, but I didn't. I got to acknowledge where I was wrong in some areas. And we didn't body Chet Holmgren the way I wanted us to. TJ McConnell's jacking up threes. I didn't think the Thunder was going to let him do that. I'll think of what else I was wrong about here in a second. Chet Holmgren had 28 minutes, 6 of 11 shooting, 1 for 3 from the three-pointers, 2 of 2 free throws, 6 rebounds, a block, 15 points for Chet Holmgren. I promise you, like 4 or 5 of those made shots was not over Miles Turner. We'll get to that. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 36 minutes, 11 of 21, so he is a lot more efficient. He had 38 points in game 1. He only had 30 points game 2, but he was a lot more efficient. He was excellent tonight. 11 for 12 from the free throw line. I don't remember how many free throws he had in game 1. A lot of those 12 free throw attempts came in the third and fourth quarter. 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 34 points for SGA in 36 minutes, 11 of 21 shooting. Very efficient night for SGA. So when he wasn't scoring, he was finding the open guy. The OKC role players did a great job tonight. They deserve a lot of credit. Jalen Williams, I thought he was going to have a better game. He was 5 of 14, 1 of 5, 8 for 9 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 19 points for Jalen Williams. So as much as I'm here saying that Caruso and Wiggins won't go crazy like that, Jalen Williams is still due for a 25, 30-point game. And I sure as hell don't. I hope it ain't at Indiana, but this guy, I mean, Jalen, I was talking about it during the game. I was like, this dude is just can't believe he's struggling. And it's just a matter of time. This fucker can go for 20, 30 points in one quarter if he gets going. But Jalen Williams, 5 of 14, 19 points. He had a solid game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. I just thought he was going to bring more than what he had. But they didn't need him to do that, did they? Dort and Cason Wallace were defensive presences, had a defensive presence from Dort and Cason Wallace. They combined for 3 steals, a block, 7 points. Cason Wallace was plus 12 on the night. Caruso. Man, check this out, bro. Caruso and Wiggins combined for 12 of 22 shooting. Caruso and Wiggins combined for 12 of 22 shooting. 19 of 17 from 3. Now that's just silly. That's a result of great ball movement from the Thunder tonight. Caruso had 20, Wiggins had 18, combined for 38 points. Tip my hat to you guys, but come on. That's not going to happen in Indiana. And if it does, I'll be on here and it'll be the first thing I say. I was wrong about that. But Wiggins with 18 points in 17 minutes, that's silly, bro. Great game by Wiggins. Hartenstein had 8 rebounds and 4 assists, 3 points in 22 minutes. He's pretty good at facilitating for a big guy. I think he mainly had an impact on a short period of the game, but 8 rebounds in 22 minutes, 4 assists, that's pretty good. So we just went over the Thunder's stats. Let's go over the Pacer stats. All right. Tyrese Halliburton got a lot of shit by Richard Jefferson throughout the game. You know, everybody hates on Doris Burke. I really didn't really care until tonight. She really got on my nerves. Doris Burke, and I don't want to sit here and disrespect Doris Burke, but she got on my nerves tonight. Halliburton got a lot of blame. He deserves it. He was 3 of 11. No, wait. Halliburton deserves the shit he was getting, but Siakam was 3 of 11 from the field, though. I felt like that was more problematic. Siakam had 30 minutes, 3 of 11 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3. Now, Siakam hit 8 of 9 free throws. For Siakam, that's pretty fucking good. But other than that, it was like opposite day. Siakam normally sucks at free throws and is good at everything else. Today, he was only good at free throws and he sucked at everything else. He did have 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers. Siakam had 15 points in 30 minutes, but 3 of 11 shooting. We need more from Siakam. First of all, we need more than 11 attempts, and we need better efficiency from Siakam. But let's blame it on Halliburton because he wasn't aggressive in the first half. And no, I'm not taking anything away from that, man. Halliburton needed to be more aggressive in the first half. Halliburton had 34 minutes, 7 of 13 shooting, but what did he get? Like 5 or 6 of those field goals came in the fourth quarter when it was basically already over. He was losing by like 19 or some shit going into the fourth quarter. That's when Halliburton got a majority of these shots. He was like 1 for 5 or some shit before that. But Halliburton was 7 of 13 on the night, 3 of 8 from 3, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. This is where Halliburton had 5 turnovers tonight. What? Best assist to turnover ratio in the league. So why we're talking about things that aren't going to happen again, Halliburton getting 5 turnovers, that's not very likely, but it could happen because the Thunder's defense is good. But I'm just saying, bro, like 5 turnovers, that's very uncharacteristic like. So we didn't get an aggressive Halliburton in the first half, but that's kind of normal. What isn't normal is 5 turnovers. That's unacceptable from Halliburton. He knows that. He's going to take accountability. He's going to make the changes, and I expect Halliburton to have a good game 3. 17 points in 34 minutes for Halliburton. Miles Turner played 27 minutes. He was 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 5 from the 3, though. Shot back of the rim, a couple of threes for Turner. He was shot a little too hard. Oops. 3 of 4 from the line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 16 points for Miles Turner. I want to see Miles Turner stuck like glue on Chet Holmgren, but I got that saved for later. Nembhard was 4 of 8, 1 for 4. Trying to figure out why Nembhard couldn't come through for my buddies that had some props for him. Looks like he was minus 17 on the night, which was one of the worst plus-minus stats out of everybody. Minus 17 from Nembhard. That's another uncharacteristic-like thing. Nembhard was 4 of 8. He missed 2 free throws, 2 of 4. That's not good. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 11 points for Andrew Nembhard. He's going to be fine. Aaron Nesmith was 5 of 12 tonight, 4 of 8 from 3, 4 rebounds, 14 points for Aaron Nesmith. He hit a bunch of threes in the third quarter. He was trying, bless his heart. He's a flamethrower, or not. But yeah, the OKC's defense was smothering tonight. And yeah, whatever. Obi Toppin, there's no stopping Obi Toppin. Wait, what? Hush your mouth, Dave. Obi Toppin was 1 of 8 shooting tonight in 19 minutes. Gross. 5 rebounds, minus 9 in the plus-minus category. Only 3 points for Obi Toppin. Big letdown. Obi Toppin tonight. Mathurin had 22 minutes, 4 of 7 shooting, 1 of 2 from the line. He was 1 of 2 from the three-point line, Mathurin was 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Hey, man. I didn't like that he missed 1 free throw, so when he missed the second free throw, it was really just like hurt the body. Mathurin was getting like 2-1 odds to score 10 points tonight. He got 14, so you could say that was a bright spot. TJ McConnell played 18 minutes, 5 of 7 shooting. He hit a 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. He had 11 points. But you could argue TJ got about 4 of those points in garbage time when the game was already over. Same thing with Mathurin, probably about 4 or 6 points in garbage time. Give OKC credit. So it was really that second quarter for the Pacers that did it. In the big picture, looking back on it, we lost that second quarter by 12 points. A lot of those, I think we lost the first quarter by like 6 or something. But still, even after the first quarter, it was like, all right. We lost that second quarter by 12. And the fact we didn't win a quarter, I mean, we won the fourth quarter by 3. But, we need a quarter that's ours. Close quarters don't really count, especially when you're already losing by 19 going into the fourth. Oh, we won the fourth quarter by 3. What do you do? We didn't win a quarter, and OKC won the second quarter by 12. We need a quarter that's ours. We didn't get one. So we'll get a quarter that's ours at home. Let's look at some team stats. Oklahoma City shot 48% from the field tonight. Pacers were 45%. They had the same amount of attempts, had the same amount of field goal attempts. OKC hit their shots. The Pacers didn't. Oh, funny how that works. The Thunder was the Pacers were 35% from the three-pointer. And I talked about that before the game. I thought we'd win. I lost. I was wrong. But something I was right about. We can't be too upset that we only shot 35% from the three. We've been shooting 40% all playoffs. We shot 46% from 3 in the first game. So numbers were due to balance out in that area. 35% from 3 still is pretty decent when the Thunder's defense is so great. The Thunder shot 38.9% from 3. The Thunder had 7 more free throw attempts. Thunder had 10 more free throws made. They hit 87.9% of their free throws. That's very good. The Pacers only hit 73% of their free throws. The Thunder had 8 more total rebounds, 4 more offensive rebounds. Pacers had 2 more assists, but I felt like the Thunder's ball movement was just better. And that's an area the Pacers cannot lose in and expect to win the series. We got to have better ball movement than what we did. I don't think we'll see the Pacers have worse ball movement than what we did last night. And we still managed to have 2 more assists than the Thunder. Pacers had 15 turnovers. The Thunder's 13 turnovers. There wasn't a whole lot of points off turnovers, so I don't feel like that was really a thing. We had 8 less points in the paint. So, I give the Thunder their credit, and I'm tweaking a little things. I don't mind saying I was wrong. I was wrong about us bodying Chet Holmgren tonight. So yeah, we didn't body Chet Holmgren. We didn't win. I was wrong about that. Pacers still have home court advantage. We haven't lost back-to-back games since March. Even if we lose Game 3, that wouldn't be ideal, but I have faith that, that would be, okay, the Pacers lost back-to-back games. Okay, now we'd have to make the Thunder lose back-to-back games. That's not ideal, but this is supposed to be the finals. I still have us winning in 6 games, as I've said before. The correct score is irrelevant detail. If it goes 7, it goes 7. I still believe we're going to win the series. That hasn't changed. Chet Holmgren scored most when Miles isn't guarding him. When Chet scored, Miles wasn't guarding him. Miles needs to be stuck on him like glue, like he did Game 1. I was not happy with the easy looks Chet got. So kudos to OKC because that wasn't by accident. That's what I got written down. I give the Thunder their credit. I'm running out of time. I'll be making a Game 3 expectations video. Appreciate y'all watching it. I'll holler at y'all later.